As you can see, I've been down the shore again gathering seaweed to make into compost. There are a couple of videos on the channel. If you're a subscriber, you will have seen me chop seaweed up with this lawnmower before, so you don't want to see too much more of that. But I'll just run over this this strip of seaweed with the lawnmower, and there's an issue I've found with chopping up seaweed with lawnmowers that I think I need to bring to your attention. In fact, I do need to bring to your attention. So I'll just chop this seaweed up, just this one run, bear with me, and then I'll get on to the meat of what this video is about. Okay, just before I get to the main point of this video, I'll just show you what chopping up seaweed does with the lawnmower. Okay, that's the sort of stuff you're going to bring home in them sorts of lengths. Okay, and when you've chopped it up, that's what you're going to finish up with. Okay, so you can see chopping up with the lawnmower does work. It does a very good job. But there are some dangers here, and that's why I'm shooting this video today. Okay. I noticed that the last lot of seaweed I brought home had quite a few stones in it. Now, I've already said that you should raise the blade level of your lawnmower. You're not looking to have it too low, just in case there are some small stones in there, but there could be some bigger stones in there, and the last thing you want to do is wreck your lawnmower. Okay, now one thing I did say on the last video was that you should be taking seaweed from the tide line, so it's seaweed that's already been detached. Rough seas and winds and waves have broke it off and washed it up on the tide line, and it's already degraded. It's already on its way out. It's not alive, it's starting to die. Perfectly okay for you to take it. What you must not do is go out onto the rocks and cut seaweed with a knife. It's still part of the ecosystem, it's still growing, leave it alone. The rough weather will provide more seaweed than you'll ever need for composting. It doesn't need to be fresh because you're not going to eat it, you're going to compost it. So it doesn't need to be growing, just take it from the tide line. Now, this is the danger we face, okay, but it's easily recognisable. Okay, seaweed grows attached to rocks, usually big rocks, but occasionally small rocks like this. Okay, so seaweed attached to a big rock, when it comes up on the beach, it's been snapped off by the power of the sea and brought up onto the tide line. Okay, so there is no rock attached to it, but occasionally seaweed chooses to attach itself to much smaller rocks. Okay, now these rocks normally would just wash straight back up with that sort of amount of seaweed on it, but this rock has probably been jammed between much bigger rocks. It's been wedged in tight, and so this seaweed has been able to flourish. Now, what's probably happened is the power of the waves and the amount of seaweed on this has enabled it to be ripped from between the bigger rocks, and now it's washed up on the tide line. Okay, so this is an exception to the rule. It's perfectly okay to bring this home. This is on the tide line, it's going to die. Okay, it won't grow anymore. It's up there, it's drying out. But when you bring it home, if you're going to size reduce, losing the lawnmower, you do not want to run your lawnmower over that. So it's important when you're gathering seaweed that you actually, as you gather, as you take a handful and you're gathering like this, you will feel these within the clump of seaweed. You will know that these stones are still attached. Okay, it's a simple matter, either on the beach or when you get home, cut these off. Okay, then you can shred that seaweed. But do not attempt to shred that seaweed with that attached. You're just going to burst your lawnmower, and you won't be thanking me for that, will you? So that was really why I wanted to shoot this video today, just to warn you that when you do bring seaweed home, have a fish through it. If there are any stones in there, take them out. Take them out on the beach if you can. I mean, you don't really want to be carrying stones home. This stuff's heavy enough. But if you do carry some home inadvertently, fish them out before you put the mower over them. Just chop these off. And then you can chop up your seaweed and use it on your compost pile. Okay, I hope that's been informative for you. Hope that's prevented you wrecking your lawnmower. Okay, there's different types of seaweed, as you can see, loads of different types of seaweed. Hope that's prevented you destroying your lawnmower. So, final reminder, if you collect your seaweed from a beach that has lots of pebbles, chances are you're going to bring some home like I did. That came home in the seaweed. Okay, try not to, but if they do come home, clearly you don't want those to hit the blade of the lawnmower. So as you drop your seaweed onto your path or your prepared area where you're going to chop it with your lawnmower, as you shake it out, the stones will automatically go to the bottom because they're the heaviest. They will fall out of the seaweed. Now then, I've said this before, this is your last reminder, set the blade of the lawnmower high. Okay, these were in the track that I laid out with my seaweed, and the blade never touched those stones. Okay, these were stones that I'd missed, but these pebbles rested on the path and the lawnmower went right over the top of them, didn't touch them. If I hadn't adjusted the blade, the lawnmower blade would have struck most of those. So remember, set the blade high. Okay, take stones out that you can find. Any that you can't find, when you shake the seaweed down, the stones will fall to the bottom. And if you've done as I've advised and set your blade high, your blade will go above these stones. The pebbles will not be touched by the blade. Okay. Apparently, people eat this stuff. People eat seaweed. I've never tried it myself. So, let's do a little bit of a test. If you're a dog owner, like I am, you'll know that dogs will eat almost anything. If you've looked on my channel, there is a video there where we do a taste test, where Molly has the choice between, I think it's a carrot, a potato and some peas. In actual fact, she scoffs the lot. So there is a bit of vegetarian about Molly. Well, this is vegetative, isn't it? I know it's from the sea, but it is vegetative. Do you think she'll have a go? I think Molly will try it. If Molly eats it, I'll eat it. If Molly doesn't eat it, I ain't eating it, because this dog is not daft. Some of this, love. Come on, some nice seaweed. Here, Mol. Mol, here's some nice seaweed. Come on. That's it then, you've got it. Molly's turned her nose up at seaweed. I'm turning my nose up at seaweed. Okay, there's more left for them that like it then. But me and Molly are not eating seaweed. End of. And the reason Molly's sitting here, really, is because I've got a biscuit in my pocket. But you knew that, didn't you? You know. So she had a choice, biscuit or seaweed. So we'll give her the biscuit. There's the biscuit. Molly will eat that. Okay. Let's try it again with the seaweed. She knows the biscuit's gone. Hey Moll, you want some seaweed? No, you don't want any? That's it then. Molly's not eating it, I'm not eating it. And now if you'll excuse me, I've got a couple of bags full of this stuff that needs chopped up, so I'm going to get on with that. Homegrown Veg signing off. Have a nice day and we'll see you later.